Hey Fallon, this is Rose, Washington. Quiz number 2. So, what I'd like to share about applying what I've learned about emotions, relationships, conflict, and communication climate. I personally have 2 kids. They're 17 now and 9. And so that's been the hardest part about the quarantine is definitely, navigating through the emotions with kids who are used to doing different routines with their lives and different routines with their schoolwork. My daughter, who's the teenager, is pretty self-sufficient, and she is really good about turning in her work, except for one professor emailed me that he was concerned that she hadn't turned in an assignment. And so then I forward her the email and go and talk to her about, you have plenty of time to do this. Why aren't you doing it? And so then she completes her task. I think she's just a procrastinator and lazy. And I probably was those things too. And I'll probably see her grow out of it one day as well. So I'll try not to be too hard on her. My son, on the other hand, who is 9, he's in 4th grade, and he is a little harder to deal with. He has like ADHD, and so it's hard for me to get him to focus. He's still been doing a Zoom therapy session with his therapist every Tuesday and talking to her about stuff, like what to name his school, what his school logo would be, and I don't know. They also have been talking recently about positive affirmations because a lot of his problems are that he doesn't believe that he can do stuff, but he's really actually pretty smart, and most of the stuff that he doesn't believe that he can do, he can. And then learning, and we watched that movie Inside Out, which is really cute, and learning about your internal emotions and so we talk about how we can recognize who's coming out here, joy or fear or sadness. And some of the stuff is even hard for me to do, and I actually was really good at math when I was in school, but they want you to produce answers to problems differently now. And so we've had to look up a lot of stuff. I try my best not to scream or yell or cuss, and I rarely get to that point. And so I have found myself with conflict with them, just trying to be calm and reasonable and just, set, goals and try to achieve them to the best of our ability while I'm also doing school. Relationship wise with everyone, I don't feel like it's been like a lot of conflict. My boyfriend, he lives a mile up the street from me, and we get along fine, and we have our own daily things, and then we get together at night and make dinner and hang out, so that's been cool. I found that I've had a few days where I just didn't want to do anything at all, and I just wanted to lay around and be lazy, so I did. And I've had to learn to just turn off the news and get off of social media and re-energize myself with other things, if I feel real high anxiety levels, doing grounding techniques where I just notice how it smells or what the weather's like or what temperature it is. And those are things that I've learned. I try to, whenever I am really angry or really anxious, give myself time to de-escalate and then sit down and talk to people reasonably. Because I've found that I usually say things that I don't mean in anger or fear or anxiety. So just try to wait until I can calmly resolve an issue with people. I probably wouldn't have shared all this like this, maybe 10 years ago or something like that. I think a lot of that's come with life and stuff, but I really enjoyed this class, and I've really actually enjoyed the quarantine. Every day hasn't been awesome, and doing NTI is stressful, But I've also just come to a point of acceptance that this is just the way it's going to be, and we're just going to do our best and not try to lose our minds about it. And doing the same with my school and their school, and you know, that's about it. So that's all I got.